The home game back after a tough road trip.
Oh, that was pretty good. A really good start, and I think we just dominated the first period, and I think that's how we're gonna play all 60 minutes. I think we showed today. So, but the second, third period was kind of back and forth, and they got really good chances. But our goalie did a pretty good job. We got PK going, so and especially our power play again been worked pretty well. So I think that's key.
A little different playing with a 4-0 lead and then a 4-1 lead for most of that game for you guys.
Well, I think it's pretty hard to play when we score 4 goals in the start, and then it's really hard to stick with it for a whole game, because you never know. Team push you hard, and all you got to do is just push hard, and don't worry about the 4 or 5 or 6 goals you score. You just gotta play pretty hard and play systems, stick with it, and don't cheat. So I think that's how we play tonight.
How about that atmosphere in there today? I know both teams have had their struggles this year, but the fans were actually into that one.
Yeah, but there was some Toronto fans too, but I just heard let's go Oilers, go Oilers, something like that. So I think that's good, and I don't know. Thanks fans for support, and I think it's going to be the same thing as Columbus too.
Thanks, Neil.
Thank you.
I mean, 8 out of the 10 times you come back to the bench pissed off, and that's a good power play. It's 20%. So, right now I think we have a lot of confidence out there. I think we feel like every time we're out there we're going to score, and I think when you get that feeling and you start working together as a unit, I mean, and the puck goes in, it's just it's a recipe for success, I guess.
Is it important to take half the crowd out of the game in a mixed building like
yeah,
this?
It's definitely. It was great. I love when they were going "Go Oilers, go Leafs," the chant back. It was great. So it was a good atmosphere. I think anytime you win and you're on the good side of it, it helps. So it was a fun night.
You talked this morning about assembling for the complete game.
Yeah.
And how close was this to what you were talking about?
This is a weird game just because of the way we started. I don't want to say we were mentally out of it, but it's hard to continue to stay into it, and we kind of got a little sloppy and a little undisciplined. They got a chance to come back, but Scrivy was there to shut the door, and I mean, we didn't really give him much after that. So I think that was it was a good, solid effort, something we need to build on. But obviously, tomorrow we forget about it, go back to work.
You stood up to some of the things they were trying to initiate.
Well, yeah, obviously, they're going to try anything to change momentum a little bit. Obviously, some of that stuff irritates us a little bit, and we got to stand up for our teammates and whatnot. But I think we kept it together. We didn't get too emotional. We kind of stayed even keel and played the game out.
Thank you.
Just how nice is it to get that win, snap that streak, and do it against the Leafs team that beat you guys pretty good at the ACC?
Yeah. It was like I just said it. We've had a tough stretch here, and to come home and play in front of our fans, and obviously lots of Leaf fans here too. But to play in front of our fans and come out well and get that win was huge.
How nice is it to get an apple?
Yeah, I mean it's always nice. It's been a little while, so obviously to snap the streak is nice, and we came out flying. So I think you could pass it to anyone and had a good chance to get an apple.
Yeah, it's awesome. I don't think anyone's going to complain about it. It's big boost for us. We knew Toronto coming in here, they've had their struggles like we have, and they beat us pretty bad in their building, and now we just didn't want that to happen here, and we took care of the job.
So close for the hat trick for you. I'm sure you were thinking the way that game started, I'm going to get the hat trick finally, but lose another day without the hat trick.
Yeah. It's kind of surprised me, to be honest with you. First, 2-3 shifts, 2 goals, and I'm like, oh, this could get fun. And we had our chances. We played well. We managed the puck in their zone. We just didn't have one extra run. But it was it was a good game all around. Guys were pumped. We played well, and it's fun.
team, you guys have struggled a little bit with your starts, different points of the season. How important was it to get off to a decent start tonight?
It's huge. Most of our games this year, we haven't started that way, and it's usually on the other side. They start that way, and we can never claw back in the game. And we right away, right off the bat, we knew what we had to do, and we took control of the game right away. So.
You're not always going to have a 4-0 lead to work with, but just to sort of get out with that energy and that commitment and.
Oh, it was yeah, exactly. It was good, but just the second and the third wasn't kind of let our foot off the gas. We slowed down. We thought it was going to be an easy one after that first period, and they pushed back, and they had their fair share of chances like we did, but it's just unfortunate that we maybe didn't do it for 60 minutes, but we came out with the win, so that's all we can ask for.
Start for the club.
Yeah, definitely not the start we were looking for. I thought we had a lot of energy. I thought we were prepared well. I thought our morning skate was good, and we'd done the right things. But we just came out and made some early mistakes, and they got some bounces and made some great shots, and that was kind of an unfortunate way to start the game. It's real hard to come back down 4 goals in this league, and we played really good for 2 periods, but we just weren't able to get a goal.
From Jonathan's perspective, when the opposition's got that much time and space, boy, you guys are kind of out there on your own.
Yeah, no, those are tough plays. I mean, when they got time to make lateral plays and you got to move across and then they hit their shots. I mean, these guys get paid a lot of money to make great shots, and Bernie's a great goalie, and it's just one of those nights where they pick their corners and that's it. I mean, it sucks, but I mean, there's not really much you could do.
Did you have a look at the Kadri collision with Matt Fraser at all?
Not really. I mean, it was just happening right behind me, and he kind of has his back to me. But what it looked like is just as Nas was kind of coming to hit him, he kind of lost his balance and kind of was in a vulnerable spot. And I mean, Nas was, he can't do anything at that point, and he was like a foot from him. So I know Fraser a little bit, and I hope he's all right. He didn't look too good, but I think it's one of those plays where he just lost his balance at the wrong time.
Goalie James Reimer.
Tough start for the
Ryan, just it's a tough time for us, and I don't know how to explain it anymore.
Is this a facet of what happens at the deadline? Guys looking around the room, and do you have the horses to win these games?
Yeah, I mean, we get good players in here, right? I mean, you look at our team, we still have really good players. We're not getting it done. That's all I can say.
I feel like it's hard to get motivated.
I mean, you're a professional, so every night you got to go out there and give it your all. This is, you got to try hard, do the little things, and we're not getting anything done.
Does this feel like what you guys have been through compared to anything else you've experienced?
This is probably an all-time low in hockey right now. It's a tough go.
You still have, I should have counted, maybe 14 games left. You can't ride this out the whole way. What happens to turn this ship back in the right direction for the end of the year here?
Well, obviously we got to do the little things, right, to win hockey games. I mean, this is NHL, right? You make mistakes. You don't work hard. You don't do the little things. You're not going to win many games.
Thank you, Phil.
Thanks, Phil.
Phil Kessel, Toronto Maple Leafs. I honestly, didn't think I said too much, but I guess just frustration built up. Kind of dumb penalty. Felt bad. The guys had to kill off 4 minutes there, so can't do stuff like that. But yeah, just a little bit of frustration.
What bad starts today? What plagued the team off the hop here?
Yeah, I mean, you always want to get that first goal, and we weren't able to do that, and it kind of just spiraled right off the bat, and they had some really good opportunities, and all three of those shots were high-quality shots where Bernie didn't really have a chance on. So, I mean, you got to give them credit for making the most of the chances they got early, and just dug ourselves too deep of a hole to get back.
What goes into a game when you guys know you need a better start? You've talked about it's a broken record and not able to do it here against a team that you've played well in the past.
Yeah, I mean, we were, we thought we matched up well against them, and it could be a good night for us. But again, you got to give them credit. They played well. They capitalized on their opportunities. Scrivs played well for them in net, and just need better starts. And instead of playing comeback hockey all the time, we got to try and play up the lead a few times here.
Phil said it was.
It's Tyler Bozak, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yeah, we just kind of bent over, I think, a little bit, and I felt like I kind of tried to just squeeze by him there, but then again, I mean, things happen quick. I obviously didn't mean to hurt him, or I don't consider myself a dirty player. I mean, I felt like my hands were down, but I haven't really seen it up close and personal yet. And like I said, it happens fast, but you hate to see a guy be taken off like that.
Are you afraid though that something might come from the league now?
Yeah, maybe a little bit. I mean, whatever they decide to do, I'm gonna have to live with. It's really out of my control right now. So I mean, just gonna continue working every single day, and I mean, like I said, whatever happens, happens.
James.
A little bit after that, did you see that as retribution, or how did you see
I didn't see that either, but obviously there was probably a little bit of retribution a little bit, but I mean, I felt like I was kind of just trying to delay there and make a play, and I'm not sure if he got his hands up or what really happened, but I mean, again, that's up to the league.
James Reimer said he looked like he was in a vulnerable spot. You're coming in hard with about a foot in time to make a reaction and maybe a bang-bang play, at least from his perspective.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what happened. I mean, I felt like he was bent over a little bit, and I didn't really have much wiggle room to kind of squeeze by him. So I don't even think there was a call to begin with, and I felt like if the officials thought it was something dirty or unquestionable, I mean, I felt like I would have gotten a major and been tossed on the spot. So I mean, after they talked about it, they obviously gave me a penalty, but like I said, I mean, I hate to see that, and I'm certainly not trying there out to hurt guys.
It was a nice win for our hockey team. I thought in the first period we came out really strong. We were sharp. It was everything that I wanted to have happen, and we capitalized on some opportunities. So it was a very good first. We got away from things in the second. We started getting a bit too cute with the puck, but Benny was there for us. And then in the third, we tightened up. It was a better period for us in the third period, and it was nice to get the win.
Todd, what do you point to as the main reason for the recent success of the power play?
You know what? I think the guys are just feeling comfortable with the chemistry they have. Sometimes if they don't see where somebody is, they know that they're going to be there. It's just from these two units have been together for quite a while, and so they're just feeling really comfortable doing the right things. We're shooting the puck more, and I think we're winning more draws in the offensive zone, so we don't have to break the puck out. So it's a combination of everything, and we've always had pretty good looks. Even when our power play was struggling a bit, we were having good looks. We just weren't finishing, and now we're starting to finish.
What about on the other side, your penalty kill? As good as your power play is being, your penalty kill is giving up just as much.
Yeah, you know what? That's something that we have to continue to work on. The structure of it isn't. We feel it's not an issue. It's just a matter of certain reads from personnel, and I thought, well, the goal they scored tonight was a tip. We have to do a better job of maybe getting the guy off balance in front of the net or pop sticks. But other than that, I thought it was pretty good the rest of the game.
Any news on Fraser? And what did you think of that?
I don't have any news on him right now. I know that he got banged up. I just saw the hit briefly. I haven't had a really good look at it. But I'll find out more when I go back in the room. All right, thanks.
They played harder, but it still doesn't do you much good if you're down 4-1.
Phil Kessel just said this is the worst time he's had in hockey. How do you get that feeling to turn around into something positive for the last end of the year?
I mean, we're playing the best game in the world. I mean, you're still playing it. You're still getting paid pretty good money to do it. So, I mean, they got to take that in consideration. I mean, just suck it up and let's go. I mean, things aren't because you're not winning the game. Let's do something about it. Let's win the game. Let's play and be focused for 60 minutes. Let's make sure we're all ready to play within the confines of our structure and be playing with passion. Let's do those things. We're getting paid pretty good money.
It's interim coach Peter Horchek of the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Okay.
Controversial Nazem collision with Matt Fraser. How's the club see it?
There was contact there. He was leaned over, but I don't think he intentionally was trying to hurt him or do anything like that. So they made the call. It is what it is.
You coach them all day, and then their team comes out and has a really slow start. Decent second and third, but it didn't matter so much by then.
Well, I think ultimately that's right, and the shots that scored, he wouldn't have saved them no matter what. I mean, they were perfectly placed shots. The problem is that we gave them 22 entries that were easy, and they were coming through, and structure wasn't there. We had no neutral zone. We had no tracking, and they were coming through way too easy, and the placement of the shots were pretty good. I mean, I don't think you could blame Bernie on any of those.
Is that what you wanted to say to him after you took him out?
Yeah, I told him that he couldn't have done anything about him, but we needed to make a change to try to change the way things were going. So it's frustrating, and you can see the guys were frustrated. They're going to have to learn to manage that.
You talked to them, obviously, in the first intermission was much better second period.
Well, I mean, we're down. So, they got 4 goals in the first period and pretty quickly. That's not what you want to see. And, so you talk, and if we can do something, we know that we can put a bunch of things can happen quickly, and you can get 1, 2, and momentum changes, and that's what we were looking for. A little bit of structure, a little bit of more energy, positive energy, and more pucks to the net, and try to see if we can't get one early and change the momentum of the game, and maybe we can get something quick. So, they played harder, but, it still doesn't do you much good if you're down 4-1.
Phil Kessel just said this is the worst time he's had in hockey. How do you get that feeling to turn around into something positive for the last end of the year?
We're playing the best game in the world. I mean, you're still playing it. You're still getting paid pretty good money to do it. So, I mean, they got to take that in consideration. I mean, just suck it up and let's go. I mean, things aren't because you're not winning the game. Let's do something about it. Let's win the game. Let's play and be focused for 60 minutes. Let's make sure we're all ready to play within the confines of our structure and be playing with passion. Let's do those things. We're getting paid pretty good money.